Welcome back, everybody, to the Boudoir. I'm your host, Ieasha Jones, and your girl is weaveless. Last week, I took out my sew-in myself. I was planning to make an appointment with my hairstylist, but I had to take that thing out myself because it was itching so bad. You guys know, if you guys get sew-ins, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It was that itch that you can't get, so you're digging in between the tracks with your fingernails. Luckily, I wear press-on, so I was able to get it, but I was like, no, I want to fully wash my hair and get my scalp together. So that's what I did last weekend. I impulsively chopped it all out, took my braids out, did all of that fun stuff. So now we're just kind of rocking this little made up little plait situation. I miss having my natural hair out. I love my natural hair. I'm already planning my next hairstyle. I'm going to do some sort of braids for the summer, but for now I am happy to have my own crown back because she needed the TLC. Trust me, it was bad. It was bad. I needed to get in that scalp. Needless to say, we made it to episode 13, and today we are going to be having a good old-fashioned chit-chat. Get ready with me because I need to talk to my ladies. Normally I pick a topic and I just focus all of my attention on that one specific thing, but today I just want to have a relaxing episode because I've been feeling the Taurus vibes lately. You guys know I love astrology. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Prep and Prime just to get some moisture back in my face, and then I'm gonna go in with this Fenty Beauty primer. But I have totally been feeling this Taurus season. I don't know about you guys, but we're fresh off of that really weird Aries Mercury retrograde that we just had. If you guys have been feeling extra feisty, if your PMS has been hitting you extra hard this past few weeks, but now we are in Taurus season. Venus has entered Taurus. I'm just feeling real lover girl. I'm not in the mood to argue. I don't want to raise my blood pressure. I just want to relax and look pretty and feel the luxury homey vibes. I have not been leaving my house by choice. I'm just feeling super cozy and introverted, but in a good way. I've been celebrating my introvertedness. Society likes to make it seem like your hobbies must include socializing, and I don't believe that to be true one bit. I do not believe you have to be around people and necessarily socialize to have fun. I'm a walking example of this, and I've been celebrating my introverted hobbies because for a second I was asking myself, as much as I do enjoy a nice walk, I do enjoy doing activities. If I had it my way, if I didn't have to work out, if I didn't have to work, if I didn't have to do anything, I would literally just stay home and do the most introverted hobbies ever, reading, gardening, writing. I would just do the most mundane things by choice if I could. If I didn't need money, if I didn't need to pay rent and all that stuff. But of course, that is not the world we live in. But I was starting to think, is that weird that my hobbies are mostly very introverted? But I don't think that it has to be a bad thing, and I think we should accept the fact that people like different things, and some people, their idea of fun is going to a huge club every weekend or just going out and being around people, and that's not necessarily my thing. I do enjoy that stuff. I guess I'm an ambivert, but more introvert leaning. If I had it my way, I would just do a bunch of really chill hobbies and just stay at home and hang out with my cat. And I've been doing a lot of that lately, these past few weeks, and I'm really loving that. When I say few weeks, I mean really week or two. More a week and a half. I'm very hyperbolic. Okay, the arm of this microphone, I don't know if you see me, I'm so discombobulated. I don't know. I don't want to keep hitting the microphone stand because then it's going to make a sound. But I've been appreciating the parts of myself that really does just enjoy a nice quiet day. Just staying to myself. And, I've been trying to stay off social media as much as possible. I'm not perfect. Trust me, I could scroll TikTok all day long, but I took a little step back from the app just because of the whole TikTok ban thing. I don't even know what the heck is going on with that. This government, they don't know what they want to do except terrorize innocent people. That's the only thing they know they want to do. But just as the weather gets warmer, and like I said, Taurus season is here, it's all about enjoying the comforts and the luxuries of life, and I definitely feel I've been doing that, enjoying really good foods and stuff. Those are things I genuinely enjoy, and I don't want to shun those parts of myself just because, society wants you to be productive and they want you to always be doing something. But I believe in rest. Like, resting and enjoying life and taking things slow is an act of revolution. Okay? And that's something that I want to do more of. Like, I just want to do more mundane things that don't necessarily leave a mark on this world, but I want to do it just because I can. Like, everything doesn't always have to be go, go, go. Sometimes I just want to rest. Like, I want a siesta. I just want to relax. I don't always want to have to, like, worry about promoting my podcast and, like, ooh, let me capitalize on this post and put this. And, like, I don't want to have to do that. Like, eventually I would like to hire a social media team that can do all that extra stuff for me. Because, I'm not great at it. I'm not great at, like, promotion and, like, finding clips. Like, it's easy to do. It's an easy task to, like, cut all of the clips from the podcast and, like, post the ones you really want people to see and, like, that highlight the episode. But if I don't have to do that, I really don't want to. Like, I just want to be able to post the episode on YouTube, on Spotify, and the people who want to seek it out will. And I know that's not a good business strategy because you need you need to promote yourself in order to grow, but I'm just so, like, not about that. That's not for me. Like, I don't like the back end side of social media. I really wish I did have somebody that could help me with all of that. I like editing. I like editing my own podcast. I like editing my personal YouTube videos, but the idea of promoting myself and, like, just being on all the time on, like, all these platforms and Instagram and going live and TikToks and, like, posting 3 times a day, like, that will never be me. I've already accepted that will never be me. I will never be that social media person that you're always seeing on your For You page. I come when I want to and I leave when I want to. Sometimes I'll post, like, a million videos in a row and I'll just sometimes I post a million videos in a row and I just dip, but I just go on my own pace, and I've learned to appreciate that about myself and not be so hard on myself. Because I used to be like, oh, I'm wasting so much time. I could be doing X, Y, and Z. I could be making this post. I can be doing that. Like, I can, do all this stuff. And sometimes I just don't want to. Like, I don't want to constantly have to be on and, like, be thinking about the next hottest trending thing. I really do enjoy the fact that I like a slower pace of life, and I do enjoy, like, a more private type of life. I'm not necessarily a private person, but I just choose what I want to keep to myself and just what I like to cherish on my own, because I think I've earned that part of myself. Like, I feel like I really enjoy the fact that I get to dictate who knows what about me. And it does seem a little gatekeepish, but I kind of like that. Like, I think you should gatekeep certain aspects of yourself just for you. Rest is so important, and, like, I know we're all out here chasing our dreams and our goals, and this is a self-improvement podcast for the most part. We do talk about, like, other stuff from time to time, but we're mostly talking about, how to glow up and how to be our best selves and how to thrive and do all the hard things and all the fun stuffs and all of that. But don't forget to rest. Rest is so important. You cannot achieve those goals. You can't get to that mountaintop peak that you want to get to if you're not taking the time to rest and be lazy and be boring. Like our good old Taurus friends, the archetype, not the actual people. The archetype of Taurus is like relaxing and just hanging out and enjoying all of the things that life has to offer that you can indulge in, and be a little gluttonous from time to time. Like, a little gluttony doesn't hurt. A little rest every now and again is perfectly fine. So I've been loading up the old Sims game. That is my ish. And let me tell you, Sims, I'm a really big fan of, like, boring fun games. I love a good game that's like, why am I playing this? Like, it's kind of boring. It's kind of like, what am I really doing? Like, there's a lot of stuff to do in The Sims, but I feel like there isn't at the same time. Like, you do the same stuff. If you have the city, which I like to play in San Myshuno, that's my favorite, in case you were wondering. But it's like, you go to the spice festivals, you do the same thing, you bargain and you haggle for food, and then you go home. Like, it's kind of the same thing. You go to work, you go home, you have to feed them. But it's also the most fun game ever, because you can just put your imagination to the test. And that's what I appreciate about games like The Sims. You feel me? Like, it's a chance to sit back and relax, and not everything has to be about how fast can you go and how quickly can you level up. Like, no, sometimes you just want to relax. Ooh, this blush is so pretty. This is the Juvia's Place in Sweet Berries. It is such a gorgeous color. I love it. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose too. Feeling a little cutie today. It's so cute. Okay. I think face, like the base, is definitely my favorite part of my get ready with me routine. For sure. Like the foundation and stuff and the contour, the blush, I love it all. And I just got this too. This is the iconic London Illuminator. This is really nice. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, The Sims. What other games? I've also been playing this mobile app game called Cooking Fever. Have you guys ever played it? It's really fun. That one's more fast paced, and like it gets my anxiety and my stress levels up because I don't really play games like that, but when I do, I have fun. Another game that I like is Candy Crush. A good old classic. You can't go wrong with Candy Crush. But I've been playing a lot of like video games and stuff lately, and just like resting. I've kind of been going from January to now. And with my layoff and everything, I've just like my mind has been going crazy. And now I'm just like relaxing and enjoying it and not feeling bad about the relaxing. I've also realized that in life, we literally have free will. And I've been thinking about the topic of not living your fullest life and not being your truest authentic self because you're scared of what people are going to say, or you're scared of like the public reaction to your glow up, your change, and just feeling like you're scared to be your true self. I truly feel bad for people like that. Like, imagine feeling like you're so stifled and you can't be who you truly authentically want to be because the people around you won't give you that type of support. And it's really sad because, when you're holding yourself back for that long, it makes you lash out in other areas that are not good. And I just want to say, like, don't forget you literally have free will. Like, I was thinking about picking up an instrument. I've been kind of wanting, I don't know why, I kind of want to play the guitar. I had a guitar when I was like 9, but I never actually learned how to play it. But I kind of want to pick up an instrument or something just because, how many years are we on this planet, and like how many things do you know how to do? I want to learn how to bake bread from scratch. I want to make desserts from scratch. I literally want to do it all. And it's hard when you're a creative person and you want to do everything and you don't know where to start. But just remember that you have free will, and like, don't let that be a reason why you don't start something, because there's so much you want to do and you just don't know like how to pinpoint it exactly and where exactly to start. Start somewhere. I literally want to pick up an instrument, and I think I will. Like, maybe this summer I'll try to find a guitar somewhere. I had a pink guitar when I was younger, so maybe I can find a pink one. I love music. I've been interested in like music creation just as like a fun hobby because I'm already recording on GarageBand. So I figure I should learn how to use like the other capabilities of the program. So like, what if I just made my own song for fun? I can't sing. I was in choir for all my life basically, but I'm not a musician. But who's to say just because you're not a good singer that you can't make music? Like, just for fun, just for you. Like, it doesn't even have to be something that you're seriously trying to endeavor in. But I've been thinking about that lately, just like remembering that this imaginary audience that you think is going to say all these crazy things about you, even if they do, who cares? Like, you're still doing what you want. You're still trying. You're still going for it. And it's so sad, like, when people won't try things just because they're scared of what people are going to say. Like, it truly makes me feel bad. Like, have the courage to try and, like, branch out. And even if you try those guitar lessons, those swim lessons, those gymnastics classes, and you hate it, at least you know. Instead of, oh, I wish I could do this. I wish. Just try it. Don't be surprised if one day I pop out playing the guitar for y'all. Like, if I post a video on TikTok of me playing the guitar, don't be surprised. Your girl wants to learn. Don't you love when your makeup is just turning out how you want it to? We should all like go about life with a little bit more childlike wonder and innocence. You know what I mean? Like, we're so far removed from who we were as children, and like the pure unadulterated just unabashed like effort that we would give into things. And I was watching this TikTok of how we used to, as middle schoolers, we would make whole bucket lists in the summer of like what we were going to do, like 100 things we're going to do this whole summer, and like there was no logistical plan of going about it. We just put it on there and we believed that it was going to happen. And even if we didn't get to everything, which of course we weren't going to get to everything, we still felt like we were accomplishing something. Even if we didn't get to party with Nick Jonas, we had on our bucket list, we had the ambition and the drive. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. There is no what if I fail when you're a child. There is no, oh, this is unrealistic, how are you going to get the money? Like, we don't have any concept of that because we're just kids. So like, I'm trying to tap back in to who we used to be as children. But we really should like make more use out of our free will more often than we do. It could all be taken away like that. So like, we literally need to just start doing stuff for the sake of, like, I don't care how ridiculous it sounds. Like, even me, I've been trying to learn the twice choreo to I Can't Stop Me because there's this new TikTok trend and I'm determined. I've been trying to learn this choreography for like 4 years. Yeah. But I want to just start doing fun stuff again without the fear of like, oh, is this weird? Is this cringe? Or this doesn't match my aesthetic. It doesn't have to do with what my niche is. Like, who cares? It's just a video. Like, it's just a dance cover. And that's where I want to get to a point too. Like, I just want to be able to post anything, or not even just about it being about social media. Just do anything without thinking about, oh, but who's going to say this? Who's going to say that? It don't matter. If I pop up posting a K-pop dance cover one day and then I go back talking about self-care and then I talk about what I ate last week, like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to post it because it makes me happy and it's whimsical and childlike. And that's what I want to do. Oh, the MAC powder is going to do it for me every time. Like, are we seeing this? This is literally a staple, tried and true, guys. I haven't used this e.l.f. powder in a while because I've been too busy using my one size under eye powder, but this used to be the go-to. But I hope if you're someone who is thinking about starting a new hobby or is just looking for something else to do with their time, scrolling social media just feels super boring nowadays, or you just want something out of the typical, like, go to school, go to work, go home, sleep, eat, repeat, boring, mundane lifestyle. Like, we need to come up with more fun things to do outside of spending money as best we can, even though like a lot of supplies and stuff cost money, but you know what I mean. This just makes me so excited for summer. Like, this is the perfect time to have this sort of revelation because it's time to have fun this summer. I want a house music techno summer. Like, I want to just go outside, dance, have a cute little mocktail, put on a cute dress, and have fun. I love having some spare time to just think. Thinking is my favorite thing to do. It's a blessing and also a curse, but when it's a blessing, it truly is a blessing because it just makes you realize more things about yourself and just the world in general. And I hope this little revelation helps you guys out too, because with, you know, this potential TikTok ban and just things happening, you don't want to be a shoulda, woulda, coulda type person. Like, you don't want to have regrets. You don't want to wonder what it could have been like if you would have actually, you know, did what you wanted to do. And it doesn't have to be about social media, but whatever you want to do, don't wait until it's too late to try something. Like, actually, you know, go for it. Don't be scared. All right, let me put a little bit more blush on just at the tops, like right here. I've also, in my little period of resting, I've started finally, I've been waiting my whole life to start this series, y'all. Sex and the City, okay? I'm strapped in, I'm locked in. I just finished season 1 and I can see why it is such a beloved show. I really do see it. The late 90s and early 2000s vibes are so immaculate. Like, it is such a comfortable show to watch. Like, the second season 1 episode 1 started, like, I just saw New York. I was like, oh, this is so nostalgic. Like, this is literally, Sex and the City is what I thought dating as an adult would be like. And you know what? It kind of is like that. There's a lot of Mr. Biggs running around rampant in this dating scene, but just like the glitz and glamness of hanging out with your girlfriends, going out for a drink, having that like go-to spot, that go-to bar, that's something I've always dreamed of. And like, just watching it makes me feel so comforted. I felt the same way about Girlfriends when they first put that back on Netflix when I was rewatching it. I love comforting, like girly girl wholesome vibes. Like that's what I'm trying to get this podcast to be. Like I just want it to feel like a comfortable girly girl space for all of us to just feel comfortable to talk with one another and to see one another flourish and grow, and even during our bad times, cuz gee, I can tell Carrie is going to give me a headache in this show. Now I still love her. I love everybody. I love everybody in the show. I can tell she's going to give me a headache with Mr. Big. But needless to say, it's just really nice to see this type of like girlhood and womanhood be depicted on television. Like it is seriously one of my favorite types of dynamics to watch. Just like girlfriends coming together, living life, talking about their problems, their hard times, being there for one another. It really is wholesome, which is strange for a show called Sex and the City. And believe me, them people be butt naked on that show. Do you hear me? Full frontal, booty butt, booty cheeks, bam bam bam, wham bam thank you man, horizontal mambo. All right, but it is a funny show. Like I some of those scenes had me belly laughing out loud. I just love late 90s 2000s television. Like 30-minute episodes, perfect, exactly what God intended. Like I can't with these 45-minute hour-long shows sometimes. Like I can't, my attention span can't handle it. These shows are the perfect length. I'm sure the episodes are going to get longer as the series goes on, but so far I really do like the show. And I can see why so many people liked it. And I like all of the characters. Like, I love Miranda. Miranda's lines are so funny. The actress that plays her is so funny. I like her with Skipper. They're cute. Their little relationship dynamic is funny. I love Samantha. Samantha is hilarious too. Like they kind of have a vibe. I don't know if they were trying to be like the Golden Girls of the 2000s, but they kind of do have that like Golden Girl vibe. Like the archetypes of each of the characters are definitely there. They're also funny to me. Charlotte. And I love like all of these conversations about dating that we're having now are literally overlapping. Like they're talking about the same stuff that we're talking about now, like being unmarried as a 30-something-year-old. You know, I'm not there yet. I'm not in my 30s yet, but like that's a lot of like what we're talking about these days. So it's funny how like times really haven't changed. Like we're regurgitating the same talking points that people before us have been talking about. It's just funny to see though, like things really don't change. Like we're all using the same talking points that people have used before us. And it's so funny. I do miss how television was back then. Like I feel like sitcoms back then, they were just more homey feeling. Like I like it when shows literally feel like a warm hug, and that's what Sex and the City feels like. It feels like something I could rewatch over and over and over again. Like I said though, Carrie and Big are definitely going to get on my nerves. I don't know how long their relationship goes on for. I've definitely seen like spoilers out of context, like just over the years of people talking about this show. But to actually see all of these events play out by myself is going to be very interesting. I've always wanted to like fully sit down and watch Sex and the City, but I felt like I had to wait until I was like in my grown woman era. And I feel like I'm here now and I can appreciate like the humor and stuff on this show. I don't know if I could have appreciated it as much if I was in my early 20s or even late teens, but now this is definitely something I can kick back and watch. I can't wait to go forward in the seasons. And you know I love the fashion on this show. We always got to talk about the fashions. Like literally, Charlotte, Coquette Princess, Carrie is all of us, buying shoes, shoe addiction galore. When that guy that she was dating from Paris came, I was like, she should have asked him for a shopping spree. With all that money, I would have been like, take me to Saks Fifth Avenue, please, before you go on your flight back home to Paris. But she's so relatable. Who do I relate to the most? I see myself as like, I kind of see myself in all of them. I can see myself as a Carrie. I could see myself as a Miranda. As a, like, I can see myself in all of them. And I think that's the point of these types of shows where it's like different archetypes. They want it to be something that you can see yourself in all of these people so that it's more relatable. Yay! I like how my makeup turned out. This was a really fun episode. I guess the major takeaway here is be lazy sometimes. Don't be afraid to, you know, if you have hobbies that are more introverted and you like to just read and stay in the house, that is okay sometimes. You don't always have to be outside. Take pride in your introverted hobbies. Take pride in the fact that you like to read and you like to paint and you like to just, you know, be slow and take life slowly sometimes. All right, y'all, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed the Get Ready With Me format. I had fun filming it for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also rate me 5 stars on Spotify and Apple. Make sure we are getting this podcast out there. I will talk to you guys next week. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.